Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Xero invoices on new Pipedrive deals. So I work in a sales team and I want that whenever a new deal will be created in my Pipedrive account, which is an amazing CRM and sales process management application, then automatically I want to generate an invoice inside Xero for that same deal. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For that, we have to set up a connection between Pipedrive and Xero, and that we are going to do without the requirement of any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation step by step, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you step by step that how we can automatically create for every Pipedrive deal. So I manage a sales team of a software company and we are using Pipedrive as CRM in order to manage all the sales activities of our software company. Now for each and every new deal which is created inside Pipedrive, I want to create a sales invoice inside Xero. So I'm simply going to set up a connection between Pipedrive and Xero, and that I'm going to do without the requirement of any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here on our home page, we can find two options: sign in and sign up for free. In case if you are already an existing user, you can directly click on sign in option. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your free new account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So because I am already an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in. This is all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On this dashboard, we can find all of our workflows which we have created, and we can also create different folders over here to save our workflow separately and accordingly. Now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create workflow option. Here a dialog box has appeared in front of us which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Create Xero invoices on new Pipedrive deals. After giving the name to my workflow, here I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this same workflow. So I have created multiple folders over here for different workflows. I'm going to select this automations for financial management folder to save my workflow, and I will simply click on create. As we have done that, you can see that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles or the building blocks on which the entire automation works. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger, the action is going to follow that same command and the process will be automated like that. So I want that on every new deal inside Pipedrive, I want to generate the invoice for that same deal with all the details inside Xero. So when I'm going to take Pipedrive in my trigger step and Xero in my action step, after setting up the connection between these two applications, we can clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands, because when the deal is created inside Pipedrive, then only the Xero invoice will be created, otherwise not. So in the similar manner, as many action steps you want, you can add, and those actions are going to follow what the trigger commands. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but multiple actions. After understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start creating the workflow step by step. So in order to start the workflow, we have to select our trigger application, that will be Pipedrive. So let's quickly select that. After selecting the application, now we have to select the trigger event, that will be new deal. So whenever a new deal is created, we want to generate the invoice. So here I am selecting the trigger event as new deal. Basically, trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So whatever you are going to select as event of your trigger, on the happening of that event inside the application, the workflow is going to immediately start with a response. As you've done that, let's click on connect to build the connection between Pipedrive and Pabbly Connect. Now here I'm going to go with add new connection. In case if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. To create a new connection, we have to provide an API token, and how we are going to get that. For that, the instructions are given. We just have to go towards our Pipedrive account, and then we have to click on the profile icon at top right corner. Under that, we'll find the option of personal preferences, and then we'll be able to create the API key. So I'm going to take you towards my Pipedrive account. Now here on top right corner, we'll see the option of profile, and under profile here we have personal preferences. So let's quickly select that. After coming on personal preferences, we can see the option of API. We have to select that, and this is our API key. So if you want, you can also generate a new token by clicking on this button, but I'm going to simply copy the existing key and I will go back and paste it over here. Done. Now let's click on save, and with this we can see that Pipedrive is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Then in order to get the response, we have to enter the company domain. How we are going to get that? It is given in the instructions that you have to look towards the URL of your Pipedrive account, and if the URL is this, then before .pipedrive.com and after https/ this will be your company domain. So I'm going to take you towards my Pipedrive account once again, and over here you can see that this is the URL of my account. In the URL, you can see that before .pipedrive.com and after this https/ this is my company domain, Pabbly. So I will simply copy that, and I'm going to go back towards Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in this field. In the similar manner, you have to find out the company domain from the URL of your account, and now we have to click on Save and Send Test Request button. As we have done that, you can see it is showing waiting for response. This means that now we have to do a test submission inside our application by creating a new deal so that the response could be captured. So I'm going to once again take you towards my Pipedrive account, and now from this plus deal icon, we are going to create a new deal. Alright, so I'm going to click on plus icon, and here I'm going to add a new deal inside my application. So first of all, to add the deal, we have to provide a contact person, that for which contact we are creating this deal. So I'm going to give a name over here. Let's say smart user. Alright, here I have added smart user as a new contact. Then I'm going to add the organization, and here will be a random organization. Let's say ABC, and I'm going to give the title of my deal, annual software subscription for ABC Corp. Okay, I have given the title to my deal. Then I'm going to give a value for this deal. Let's say the value is 1500 Indian rupees. Then here we have selected the pipeline already. Here we have the pipeline stage, that is qualified, contact made, demo schedule. So I'm going to select contact made over here. Then we have the label. If you want, you can give any label over here. Then it is asking us expected close date, that what is the expected close date of this particular deal. So I'm going to select, let's say 2nd of August 2024. Okay, other details are given over here. Now I'm going to quickly add the details of the contact, that for which contact we are creating the deal. So we have the name of the contact as smart user. Now I'm going to give the phone number, and that will be a random phone number, of course, work phone number and a work email, smart49@pabblytudes.com. Alright, so here we have added all the details of the deal. So what I'm going to do, I will simply click on save. As we have done that, you can see that a new deal is created over here. The name of the deal is annual software subscription for ABC Corp, and here we have all the details. So let's go back towards Pabbly Connect. Here you can see we have already received the response of the deal. In this response, we have received all the details related to the contact for which we have created this deal, the date of the deal, and here we have also received the title and the amount. Okay, this means that our connection between Pipedrive and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successful. So this means whenever a deal will be created inside Pipedrive, the response of that deal will be recorded over here inside Pabbly Connect. As we have received this response, now our objective is to create an invoice inside Xero for this same response. Okay, so Xero is an accounting automation software which helps us to manage all our financial and accounting activities effortlessly. So here I want to create an invoice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a connection between Xero and Pabbly Connect. For that, we have to go towards our action step, and here in our action application, we need to select Xero. Let's quickly select that. Then we have to select the action event, that will be create an invoice. Let's click on connect. To build the connection, I have already logged into my Xero account, as you can see. So I'm going to click on add new connection, and I will go towards connect with Xero. If you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now Pabbly Connect is asking us the permission to access our Xero account. Here we have the organization, and here we have the user account information. We will simply click on allow access, as our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect, so do not worry. Okay, now as we have done that, our authorization has become successful, and here with this, our connection between Xero and Pabbly Connect is absolutely successfully made. Okay, now we have to move forward. We have to simply enter the details in these fields to create an invoice. So first of all, we have to select an organization, which is already selected over here. Then we have to select the type of the invoice. So here I'm going to select a sales invoice because I'm creating a sales invoice inside Xero. Then we have to select the name of the person for which we are creating this invoice. Now all these details, such as name of the contact, email address, date and other details, are received from our earlier response, as we know, from our Pipedrive response, as we are creating the invoice for the Pipedrive deal. And for the deal, we have received all the details. So what we will do, we will not enter the details manually over here. We will simply map the data by using our previous response. When we insert a data from previous response, we map that, and when we map a data, it becomes dynamic. That means with each and every new response, it is going to replace automatically. You can see this is my previous response. Here are all the details. When I'm I'm going to search for the name. You can see here we have the name of the contact for which we are creating this invoice. When we will simply select that, it is mapped over here. So when we have mapped this name, it is going to replace automatically whenever a new response will be captured from Pipedrive for a new deal. Okay. In this way, we are going to automate the entire process of generating Xero invoices for every new deal inside Pipedrive. Now then we have the invoice number. I'm going to ignore this field because we do not have this invoice number in our earlier response. Then we have the email address. So I'm going to map the email address of the contact. Okay, so here we have the email address smart49@pabblytunes.com. Then here we have the date and the due date. So I'm simply going to map the due date. Okay, that means up till which date we have the deal. So here I'm going to search for the date, and you can see that here we have received the close date. That means this is the due date. Now here we have received the date in the simple format. Okay, I'm going to search for the date over here, and the date is in the simple format, year, month, and the date format. But here we have to enter year, month, date, and time. So what we are going to do, we will simply format this date. So I'm going to add one more action step over here in between. That will be date time formatter, with the help of which I'm going to simply format the date in order to map the date correctly. Then after selecting the date time formatter, here I'm going to select the action event, that is format date only. Alright, let's click on connect. And here it is asking us for the date which we want to format. So the date is the close date. We will simply map the date over here. Then here it is asking us from format, that in which format we have received the date. So the date is in the simple format, year, month, and the date format. I have selected that, and now we have to enter the to format, that in which format actually we want the date. I want the date in this format, year, month, date, and so, as well as the time. So I have selected that. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request button, and here we have received the response. We will simply map the due date over here by using this response in the correct format. Done. Then we have the reference, which is to be ignored because it is not mandatory. Then we have line item amount types. So here I'm going to select line have no tax. Okay. Then we have to select the currency code, which is already selected as Indian rupee. According to your country, you have to select the code of the currency. Then we have to provide the currency rate over here. If you want, you can enter it over here, but I'm not going to enter because it is also not mandatory. Then I'm going to select the status, that will be draft. Okay. Then here we have line item description, the description of the item for which you're creating this invoice. I am creating the invoice for the deal which we have received from Pipedrive. So I'm going to use the description which we have received of the deal. The deal title. Okay, annual software subscription for ABC Corp. Then we have the quantity. The deal is only in one quantity every time. Okay, line item unit amount. What is the amount of each of the item which you are creating the invoice for? So the amount over here is 1500 per unit amount. Then here we have line item code. It is not mandatory. So what I'm going to do, I will simply turn this mapping button on. I will remove the existing data and I will keep it blank. Then we have the line item account code. So here we have sales. Then we have line item tax type. So I'm going to select tax exempt. Then we have the line item tax amount. I'm going to keep it blank. And here we have the amount. If you are providing any discount rate also in your deal, you can enter the amount over here. I will simply click on save and send test request button after entering all the mandatory details which I want. And here we have received the response. In this response, you can see that we have received all the details. And here we have also received the ID. That means the invoice is successfully created inside Xero. So let's go and check. I'm going to go towards business section, and here we have the option of invoices. Under that, when we will select that, here we have received the invoice, and the invoice is created for smart user on the same date. I'm going to open this invoice, and you can see that the invoice is successfully generated. This means that our connection between Pipedrive and Xero is absolutely successful. So this means that whenever a new deal will be created inside Pipedrive, then automatically an invoice will be generated for that same deal. So I'm going to take you towards my Pipedrive account once again. I'm going to create a new deal over here. Okay, let's say I'm going to enter the contact name over here, dummy user, an organization name, let's say XYZ. Okay, then we have the title. Let's say I'm going to enter new Pabbly deal over here. I'm going to enter the value for this deal as, let's say, 1000. And here we have selected the Indian rupee as a currency. Then I'm going to add the label as contact made, and I will simply select the close date as well over here. That is, let's say, 3rd of August 2024. Then here I will simply enter the details of the contact. Here I'm going to enter the phone number of the contact and the email address of the contact as well. Okay, dummy67@pabblytunes.com. After entering all the details, we will simply click on save. And here our deal is created with the name of new Pabbly deal. So as we have created this deal successfully, let's go back towards invoice. And here I'm going to go towards the invoice section once again. And you can see that yes, for the dummy user, a new invoice is created just now. We have the amount for which the invoice is created. Here we have, you can see the contact name, the dummy user, okay, and other details as well. This means that our connection is absolutely successful and our workflow is also running fine. So what we have done, we have simply set up a connection between Pipedrive and Xero in such a way that whenever a deal will be created inside Pipedrive, then automatically an invoice will be created for that same deal along with all the details. Here I have simply used datetime format in order to format the date in order to enter the date in the correct format. Okay, in the similar manner you can create this amazing automation for generating invoices for each and every new Pipedrive deal. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.